Good evening, all. I'm Shruti, and I would like to invite you all to this webinar titled Soft Skills at Workplace, organized by HigherEd for All. HigherEd for All is a new initiative to help students and teachers and other working professionals to give a better performance to enhance in their lives. So it's our mission to help students from all walks of life, from all over the globe, to find the tools they need to reach their educational and career goals as well. As one of the most comprehensive digital platforms of its kind, HigherEd for All helps students, educators, and professionals from all walks of life to connect, improve their education and career prospects. And HigherEd for All also aims at assisting students to make the right choice regarding their careers, plans of education, stream selection, and even selection of universities or colleges based upon their likings and interests. And at today's webinar, we will be discussing about the soft skills at workplace, like leadership skills, time management, and all other major soft skills. So today we have as our resource person, Dr.V.L Jaya, Assistant Professor and Head, PG and Research Department of English, St.Joseph College, Trichy. Beyond an expert in English language teaching, Dr. V.L Jaya is an eminent Carnatic musician as well, especially a harmonium player. He is an experienced trainer who has continuously given soft skills training to students, college students, and working professionals from 2013 onwards. So I would like to invite Dr. V.L Jaya to take over the session. Sir, please.
Thank you so much, Shruti. First of all, I would like to thank Mr. St.Joseph, who has given me this opportunity to share my experience and a little bit of knowledge which I have on soft skills. And today I'm just going to focus on soft skills at workplace. Once again, I would like to congratulate the team along with St.Joseph, the other members who are part of this platform. Actually, you are all doing a wonderful job, and you have taken an initiative which will cater the needs of students. And you know, the webinars that you are conducting will definitely help many people to know what is expected after their studies. So let me just get into it is not going to be a lecture, maybe, since it is an online platform. For first 40 or 45 minutes, I'll just share my knowledge or experiences. And maybe for 15 to 10 minutes, we'll have some question answer session. All right. Soft skills at workplace. Now, we all wonder, hey, what is this soft skills? Now, frequently they are talking about all these soft skills, hard skills, okay, technical skills, which are very much needed, and our children must get equipped with all these skills, they say. But, it has come to the platform, like into the educational institutions, only after 2000. Till then, there wasn't a need of these soft skills. Why? Because we lived a very natural life with the joint family, which is otherwise called extended family. Now we are able to see so many nuclear families. And in those days, in an extended family or in a joint family, we discussed so many things. We decided, along with our family members, our grandmas, grandpas, uncles, aunties, maternal uncle, paternal uncle, so many people were there to share and to listen to our ideas and to suggest a few things and to give some solutions to some problems. But now it is very difficult. Mom goes to office in a particular time, dad goes to office to his particular time, and children, they themselves, they go along with their own program. So there are, even in a family, in a nuclear family, they're unable to meet each other and talk to each other. Then how come they come for a discussion? It's very difficult, or to make some decisions. So now the companies are facing that difficulty when our children get into the work spots. They're finding it very difficult to accommodate with others, accept others' views, and all those things. So I'm going to just focus on, like, what are soft skills, and then I wanted to just give you a minimum amount of inputs on the difference between hard skills and soft skills, and why do we need at work spots, right? And what are the necessary soft skills? Because there are 120 soft skills are there, 120 soft skills. But in workplaces, we need only a minimum of soft skills. Okay, minimum number of soft skills. And we talk about a lot of soft skills, but I'll give you some tips also, suggestions to develop, our soft skills. Because it is not that I can say, you develop this. I cannot say or point out. It is not like that. It is we who have to discuss on, share experience, and find out what are the needs, what are the ways in which we can develop our soft skills. So the first question, what are soft skills? Soft skills are the skills that enable you to fit in at a workplace. They include your personality, attitude, flexibility, motivation, and manners is a small definition actually. We have, when you come to know about the difference between the technical or the hard skills and soft skills, you'll be able to understand, okay, so we are certified for the hard skills that we have, but we don't have any certifications for soft skills. But nowadays they are providing it also. Some companies, they provide certificates for soft skills. They certify that this particular person has certain soft skills to the expectation of this particular company. So that is how they train students. But in my opinion, it should not be trained. It is an attitude. Okay, I'll just come to that later, a bit later. So soft skills, it is not measurable. We cannot measure, okay, he has you cannot measure in any way. It's a quality. It's a qualitative one. So quantity, you can measure it. For example, the speed of typing, can be measurable. It can be measured. The speed in which you type maybe that will differ from my speed. So I can say he is an expert and he is a little bit to develop his speed of typing. So it's a technical skill. Or you can say driving skill. Okay, the way in which you drive a car or any vehicle, the way in which you drive along with passengers with the speed, all those things are there. So we can measure. So now when you see the difference between hard skills and soft skills, you will better understand what soft skills are. Soft skills are different from hard skills. They're also known as technical skills, as I told you. Now, these hard skills are directly relevant to the job. So exactly when you wanted to talk about a technical skill like digital marketing, if you have got a certificate from an institution or from a company that you are a certified digital marketer, you will be appointed, you will be taken, you will be called for an interview. So the certificate shows that you have the technical skill which will fit directly to that job, right? So hard skills are often more quantifiable. We can measure, we can have rankings, it is easy to find out, okay, this person has this much of hard skills, but soft skills, it's very difficult. Okay, nowadays they recommend when you write your resume, you have to add your soft skills too. So I am good at the following soft skills. I have done these things in my college education or even in the previous company, appreciated me on this aspect. Something like that we have to add in our resume, they say. So I think you're able to identify the technical skills one side and the soft skills another side. You will definitely get better idea, why soft skills are at workplace. Now, you must note very carefully, whether you go to job or any job, okay, which you are going to apply, or already some working personnel may attend this program. So if you're working, okay, we need at least some soft skills. Any workplace, any work spot, we need soft skills. Now, as I told you earlier, around 120 soft skills are there. Oh my God, how is it possible that we can get all those soft skills? It's very difficult. Okay, by name, it's very difficult, but as a quality, we can develop it. Okay, I'm going to share a very few necessary soft skills at workplace. So, my dear friends, I have listed according to the priority, because various researchers, in LinkedIn, in Harvard University, they have done on these soft skills, the need of soft skills, the productivity of the company or the output of the company depends on the soft skills of the employees. In that, communication plays the first role. This communication brings too much of productivity or the effectiveness of the company or the profit of the company to the maximum, they say. The first thing is communication. And see, we are virtually connected. I'm from Tamil Nadu. I think St.Joseph is right now around Trivandrum. And I don't know, other people, those who are here, might be from various parts of the world. Right? Now we are all connected with language. I'm able to communicate whatever I have in my mind to you all. You are able to understand. My mother tongue is different from yours. And in many companies, in multinational companies, we have to communicate only in English. So communication plays a vital role, and it is predominantly the first place of workplace, in the workplace, in workplace, communication plays a vital role. So that is the first one. Under communication, see, most of us, we have differences of opinion about English language communication. They say, sir, we have to develop our listening skill, speaking skill, reading skill, writing skill. These are the 4 major skills of a language. So when you wanted to communicate, orally, I have to communicate in a company. And in written format, I have to communicate. When I want to communicate effectively, I must receive messages in 2 ways. One is through listening to another person from another part of the world. And written communication, emails, we communicate through emails, right? So communication plays a vital role. But in work spots, in workplaces, my concern, is the oral communication. When you communicate with your seniors, your boss, okay, the administrators, we must follow certain norms. The involvement that we have, the body language that we have, the facial expression, not only the language, that is the verbal part alone communicate, the non-verbal part. So we can talk a lot about communication, particularly the language part, that is the verbal part and the non-verbal part. For your information, most of us, we think, sir, I don't know grammar. I don't know how to listen to this accent and all those things. But remember, when we communicate, 93% of our communication is only through our non-verbal cues that we produce. Remember, in oral communication, in face-to-face communication, even now, you are looking at me, right? I'm looking at you. The way in which I have my movements, gestures, my facial expression communicates a lot than the verbal communication, the language. So, those who are here, concentrate on verbal and non-verbal communication. Okay. We need to communicate a lot of things because in workplaces, sometimes when we do something, we think something and we do. We expect something in our action, in our output. But the superiors, sometimes administrators or subordinates, the employees under us, may not have that idea, what we have in our mind. So better communicate it, maybe orally or in written form. So these two skills, spoken and written, are productive skills. We need to practice. We need to exercise it so that we can effectively communicate. Same way, we must receive information. How can we receive? By listening to them very carefully. So listening and reading. When you read a mail, you receive some information. You infer some information and then you process it and you communicate as a feedback or a response. So I have given you some inputs like in communication, okay, as a soft skill, we have verbal communication, non-verbal communication, and receptive skills and productive skills, right? We need to experience all these skills. If we are able to do this perfectly well, then our first soft skill, which is very much needed in workplace, will be sufficient. Second one is time management. Nowadays, lots of people, they ask for excuse, not only to reach their offices, because a hybrid variety of work spots have evolved. When I ask you to log in at 6 o'clock or 7 o'clock, they just take some more time because they say there is a technical issue. That should not happen. Because in most of the multinational companies, they expect perfection and particularly punctuality. When the task is given, we have to complete the task within the stipulated time. So we have to manage accordingly. So what can we do to manage our time? Prioritize your work. We are multitasking nowadays. We do many things, but we must understand what are the things that we should accomplish, must be put it in priority so that we can complete it without any influence or disturbances by the other responsibilities. A lot of responsibilities are there. Okay, when you work, so you have to give time space for each work, and you have to communicate this to your in charges, maybe the boss, right? So again, communication plays a vital role. When I speak about time management, we have to plan it according to the priority. So they say maintain some diary so that you can prioritize what you wanted to do, right? So most of the people, in multinational companies, they give their orders on time-bound, time target. Within 3 months, we need this support. Maybe a software support or a BPO support, whatever it is, they give time. So as a manager, maybe some of you might be there as a manager here or as an employee to a multinational company or any company, even as an ordinary institution, an educational institution. They ask us to do some work within the stipulated time. So we have to focus on time. That's very, very important. If you are able to do on time, whether you wanted to go for an interview, manage your time. This is the time I have to enter in. So that will give a very good impression, without even you talk, they'll be able to check, yes, this person was very punctual, so we should take him. Because nowadays, there are too many people very slow to achieve the target. So we have to keep this in your mind, maintain time or manage your time in a better way. The third one is problem solving. Now, many people, they don't want to give solution. They just complain, oh, this is a problem. I don't know what to do. As an individual, when you are in a workplace, you must go with solutions. There are so many problems, you may say that, sir, that is not my responsibility. But even if it is not our responsibility to do that, we must go with the solution. Okay, this is what to be done. So based on this only, in some companies, they keep the employees in their own company, or sometimes they give promotion. If you are not able to solve many problems, okay, independently, okay, without any monitoring. See, when some people are monitored, they do different actions, they come with the solutions. Even without monitoring, we must be able to solve problems. So problem solving ability is very, very important. In this, they ask us to do out-of-box thinking. I cannot demonstrate all these things now because time is very much limited. I'll just tell you, out-of-box thinking or lateral thinking is another part in problem solving. So we have some exercises where you can have some training to think out of box so that we'll get solutions. That's very important. Problem solving. We have problems everywhere. We cannot find a place without problem. Can anyone tell me or tell the gathering a place without any problem? Actually, without any problem, without any hitch, I wanted to live was the request, by a student to a professor. He said, go to the graveyard and lie down there. Okay, you will be without any problem, without any stress, because everywhere we have problems. The way in which we have solved gives us success. That is the third one. Fourth one is flexibility. Some experts, technical experts, are very stiff. They are not ready to be flexible. Flexible in the sense, sometimes to extend the time duration of your work or to change from one branch to another, some are not ready. They say, no, I am appointed here. I wanted to work here alone. I don't want transfer. And sometimes they say, even if you give promotion in the transfer, the next branch, I'm not ready to go. I'm ready to be here. See, this gives message to the administrator that you are not flexible, right? In some other occasions, some people, they are not ready to shift their work style, actually. Maybe from one project to another project. They wanted to stick on to only one project because they are used to it. Now, when you are flexible, you are ready to accept any change. The work style change, or the place change, or the shift of time change, everything. That flexibility doesn't come to everyone. In those days, in houses, in a joint family, everyone in the family could adjust the space what they had in a very, very small house. They were able to adjust. They were very flexible. They were able to adjust. But now it has become difficult for people to have this flexibility in the workplace, because they say, no, this is my work, I can do this. They are perfect, actually. But if we are flexible, we will go to greater heights. Okay, that's about flexibility. And the next one is teamwork. Now, I'll just quote from the family background so that you'll be able to understand, all of you, those days, if we wanted to arrange for a marriage, in a house, the bride will be there, and father, mother, uncle, aunt, okay, grandfather, grandparents, they will be there, and they'll be asking, okay, the marriage, we are going to fix, what are we going to do? Which marriage hall we are going to book? Which church we are going to have the mass, or which temple, or which is the place, okay, place. And what is the menu, okay, for the dinner? What are we going to have for the dinner? And each one will contribute, and they'll say, yeah, I'll take the catering side. I'll take that responsibility. Another will say, I will take the responsibility of decorating the house, painting the house, decorating in front of the house, making tents, okay, all those things. And other people will say, hey, I'll take you to the textile company, dress making, it will be really teamwork for a marriage at home. But now You have a mobile. We have a mobile. If you want to search for a girl or a boy, you just browse into a website and feed your details, your height, weight, color, educational qualification, what is your expectation, and you throw it in the web. And if you are registering it, everything come online. So today there are some notifications stating that matches for you. You select the bride or the bridegroom, no? And we select the hotel in online, right? Everything online. We don't have this teamwork at all. So companies now they are finding it very difficult for people to work in team. So teamwork has become a soft skill. How you are able to collaborate with others, get things done, put your ideas, accept others' ideas, and then work ahead to a common goal. That's very difficult. Some children are like that. Some people are like that. Sir, any individual task you give me some time, I'll complete it. But I'm not ready to work with all these people. It's very difficult for me. My dear friends, the team spirit or the teamwork, the collaborative attitude that we have, are very, very important. We must know how to accept others, because each one is unique. We have different talents, different qualities, different speed of working. So what we have to do is we have to accept others with their speed, knowledge, skills, and work together. Because when we work together, we'll have this attitude, hey, I am given a lot of work. He or she is not given such a lot of work. She has escaped from that responsibility. How can I do all this work? This is the way in which now in many companies, they are unable to do research, okay, and development. R&D department is, R&D, research and development department in any company should sit together with experts and put their ideas into it and make the company grow. But it's very difficult for many. They wanted to just suggest and leave away. That's all. They are not ready to accept others and work in a team. So teamwork becomes a very important soft skill at workplace. So if we have that attitude of working along with the team, definitely we'll be very successful. And the last one, I'm just giving you the most important soft skills at workplace according to my experience. The last one is positive attitude. Actually, it is attitude. It is attitude. But they say positive attitude, because so many things around us are very much negative. The news items that we listen daily, the news when we read, the forwarded messages, maximum, almost, we get negative things. Hey, there is a murder, there is a block, there is a riot, there is a strike, so many things. The companies are closed. Okay, there is a recession. All those things are, creating some kind of panic, The people are panic because of all this negativeness. But in workplace also we have the same. We don't know how much, will be the salary, what date they will be, that is sanctioning our salary. They have fear. They get negative news. They are going to just send away so many people from our company, or they are going to close our branch in another country, something like that. When you get those news now, people start to work in a different way. They are not very productive. People, those who have positive attitude, they really do wonders. They become very strong people in their own companies. So now, I think I have taken half an hour to just to say what is soft skill, difference between hard skill and soft skill, and why soft skills are very important in the workplace, and the major soft skills needed in companies. Under which, in my experience, now I'm going to share my experience, under which positive attitude, all of you please note, positive attitude is very, very, very important. If we have this positive attitude, all the other soft skills will naturally come in. That's how we can develop our soft skills. As I told you, 120 soft skills are there. If you talk about one by one, the time will not be enough. Our life will not be enough to acquire all those skills. But in my opinion, in my experience, the positive attitude people are able to acquire or showcase their soft skills very effectively in workplace. What is this positive attitude? Okay, when one want to just measure, how can we measure attitude? What do they see? Is people who look for solutions to problems rather than people who find problems without resolve. So we saw problem solving as one of the soft skills. But here it is a positive attitude. People will look at only solutions. It's very difficult actually. It's very difficult. Very easy to say, positive solutions. Looking for solutions. Pointing only is easy. Looking for solution, it's very difficult. I'll just go a little bit faster. So this is how we can measure. I have 6 points to measure. One is people who look for solutions. Okay. If a person looks for a solution, we can say, hey, he has a very positive attitude because he is finding out solution. The next one is people who raise their hand rather than point their fingers. Okay. When there is a crisis or when there is an initiative or when there is a work to be done, immediately say, yes, sir, I'm ready. One who raised their hand rather than, no, he will do that. He will do that. She will do that. They will do that. Instead of pointing out their fingers to others, taking up responsibility. People, those who take up responsibility, they have positive attitude. And this skill, it is very difficult. Why I say this is very difficult? Because when we try it, you will see so many negatives against us. Okay, I'll just share a few things. The third one, how can we measure? People who make mistakes and have a sense of humility, but then focus on what they can do next time to improve. Friends, remember, committing mistakes, it is not a crime. Okay, it is not at all a bad thing. It's a good thing. When you accept that you have committed a mistake and try to change that in the next attempt without committing mistake. This attitude is very, very important. See, sometimes when there is a mistake, we try to say, no, I'm not responsible for this mistake. If we are responsible, we have to accept. It's very hard. That's why I said positive attitude is very hard. Accepting mistake. When I commit mistake, we have to accept. Okay, that will improve, in our next performance. Actually, I wanted to share you one incident, where I learned a thing, like when I committed a mistake. The thing is, I used to say this vote of thanks in the college programs. Okay, many times, we get opportunity to welcome, making vote of thanks and other things like master ceremonies. So I have around 20 plus years of experience in teaching. Last year, when I made a vote of thanks, after completing my vote of thanks, a professor came and said, sir, you are committing a mistake while you do vote of thanks. You said, I would like to thank the principal. I would like to thank. You would like to thank, but you are not thanking. You should say, I thank the principal for attending or honoring the chief guest. Like that you have to say, sir, she said. I was little bit moved, because as a head of the department, I have committed a mistake now. I felt it. Okay, I would like to thank the principal. Like that I have started. So this particular professor has pointed out. I said, oh, thank you very much, ma'am. I have just committed this mistake for such a long years. But I'm very happy that I have learned it from you now, and hereafter I will not commit that mistake. That was my attitude, but it is very difficult. Normally, what happens, oh my God, did I say that? Did everyone listen to that? Will everyone think of me that this fellow doesn't know English? After 20 years of experience in teaching, I didn't take that choice. I took, oh my God, at least now I learned it. I accepted the mistake. Sometimes no, sometimes they say, no. It is all accepted, because most of them, they say, I would like to thank, I would like to welcome the chief guest. Like that only they say, sir, this is not at all a mistake. They wanted to try to escape from, for blaming on that particular mistake. They wanted to escape from that blame, right? They just escape. But positive attitude people will accept the mistake committed, and for the next time they'll focus on not doing that mistake. The next one is how to have people who, when times get tough, they can rally everyone to achieve the same. See, when there's a tough time, others, they'll say, don't disturb me, I want to do my work, you do your work. They'll just allocate their work to others and they'll escape. They don't want to do it. But a person who is with a positive attitude will say, come on, go together, come on, motivate others. This is what is called leadership, right? Motivating, stimulating others. So leadership is also one of the soft skills. Now, a positive person automatically will become a leader by motivating others. So leaders are not born. Okay, no one is born leader. Only a very few people. Okay, maybe in the palace, the kings and their sons, they become leaders naturally by birth, but not everyone. Others all are, made leaders. So this attitude will make us leaders. Okay, to achieve something great, we have to encourage others. Next one, how to measure? This is people who genuinely love their job. Now, in workplaces, after some time, we don't love our job. Till we get the job, we love to do that job. After getting, maybe 5 to 6 years later, what is this job? Saturation level will come. Saturation, no? Repeatedly doing the same work. What to do? So, we must have interest in what we do. Okay, maybe an organization or in a company, whatever we do, we must love our job. Only the positive people will have the same love till their retirement. It's very difficult, but we should have. Okay, when we travel with so many people along with us, others also will motivate us to have negative thoughts when doing our regular work. But you have to overcome that. If we have positivity, come on, today is the day, new day, come on. I have to achieve whatever I have achieved yesterday, and with greater happiness. That should be our attitude. So, when you have these attitudes, you will have other soft skills as well along with you. When you motivate others, you communicate. When you encourage others along with them, you become leader. So leadership quality, communication, and time management, everything comes along with you when we have positive attitude. Remember, my dear friends, positive attitude matters a lot. Now, next one is the last one. People who genuinely seek development. Now, positive attitude people only will have, I want some career development, career growth. They look for opportunities to grow along with the organization, not away from the organization. That's very important. So remember, people who genuinely seek development, if I want to develop myself in my career, I'll be a very positive person. Sometimes some people say, no, regular work, this is okay. I'm going to complete this portion. That's all. Conduct test, that's it. I'm going to achieve this target once in 3 months. That is my work. That's okay. I don't want any other development. I want development only in my salary. Salary hike is expected, but they don't want to, grow along with the organization. So only positive attitude people will have these attitudes. So naturally, all these soft skills that are expected in the workplace will be there with us. Now, what could be done? Now, I'll just share a few things. Like most of you would think, oh, positive attitude. What is this positive attitude? Are you all not positive people? My dear friends, attitude matters a lot. What do you see in this picture? In the tumbler, glass tumbler. If I ask question, okay, showing you a half a tumbler of water, what would be your answer? What is there in this tumbler, glass tumbler? Some of you would say, sir, it is water. Sir, it is water. Some of you would say very cleverly, half filled water, half a tumbler of water. Like that you may say. Anything else? Anything else that you see in the tumbler? Only a few people will say, sir, half tumbler empty. Ah, yes, that is also true. You are right. You are right. But most of you, I hope, those who are attending here will say, sir, I could see half a tumbler of water. This gives us a proof that we are all basically positive people, positive attitude people. Okay, basically, we are positive attitude people. We have optimistic attitude. This is a word, synonym for positive. Optimistic personalities. Whenever we show this, what is there in the tumbler? We say, we have some water, little water, half a tumbler of water, whatever it is, we focus on water. The good thing. Remember, it is a matter of choice. Some students in some places, they say, sir, it is not full of water. We have empty space. Even if it is 3/4 of its space is filled with water, they focus on the quarter space which is empty in other occasions, right? But basically, remember, my dear friends, we are all optimistic personality. When we are optimistic, definitely we'll be expressing or showcasing our positive soft skills in the workplace, right? Now, when we see a half a tumbler of water, we say this one. What comes to your mind when you see a donkey? When you see a donkey on the road, suddenly, when you are traveling, you are seeing, in India, we could see donkeys, cows, many animals, domestic animals roaming on the road. When you see a donkey, what comes to your mind? Oh my God. Does anything come to your mind? Most of us, we say, hey, donkey. It's a good for nothing animal. It is not beautiful, no? It is not glamorous, right? See, most likely responses I am just sharing, donkey, good for nothing, useless, least glamorous, taken for granted. We don't mind it, but we don't get responses like, donkey is one of the hard-working animals, very loyal animal, Yes or no? Definitely yes. It's a very loyal animal. But we don't get this response. We don't get this response. Why? Looking at the external appearance, donkey is good for nothing. It's an ugly animal, useless animal. That comes to our mind very fast. How is our attitude actually? We treat people and situations in the same manner as we do to donkey, We just discount the good in them. We don't find good in other people. We only look at the negative side and start reacting. We react. We don't give any response to the situations. In work spots also, most of the people, they don't respond to situations, they react to situations. So that is a problem. That is why they say we have to have right attitude. So what is wrong actually? It is in our attitude. Okay. If we have positive attitude, we look at the positive side of things. whatever happens around us at workplace, okay, we can communicate very effectively. We can manage our time. We can become leaders. Okay, it is all about our choice. So the wrong choice is in our mind. Okay, the choice is ours. Normally, when something happens, immediately we react. Okay, we do something, and then we stop doing that, and we start to think, "Oh, I have done this. I'm very bad about what I have done." And we say, others will say, "Oh, that's his attitude problem. That is why this man is doing all these things." Okay, his attitude is very wrong. He has some attitude problem there. Now, when we talk about the communication, I just wanted to share. When I ask my own students, hey, are you all able to communicate in English? Because you're all going to settle in a multinational company after the graduation. They say, no, sir. I'm very much fear about English communications. I don't know how I'm going to communicate. They communicate that in mother tongue, Tamil. And they say, I have fear. Hey, why are you unable to communicate? Why do you have fear? Sir, I have fear of committing mistakes. If I commit mistakes, others will laugh. And, when I wanted to talk in a company or in any place, I must stand in front of the audience and I have to explain. I must present my ideas. If I am a manager, I must present my ideas. Presentation skills are very important. So that also forms a part. So you must not have stage fear. They say, I have stage fear. So when you talk about language, English language, they say, sir, my surrounding is very bad. I can talk to other people there in my house, but not in the class, not in the company, not in front of the boss, not in front of the subordinates. They say surroundings are very bad. Sometimes they are having fear about the humiliation. If they humiliate me because of my way of pronouncing words like that, or if criticism, I have nervousness, sir. I can't stand in front of others. I have shyness because my physical appearance is something bad. So we look at all the negative aspects of our own language, right? Whatever thing, all these are language oriented. On the other side, all these are psychological aspects: fear, stage fear, surroundings, humiliation, criticism, nervousness, shyness. On the other hand, about language, we have certain things. Sir, I don't have any opportunity to speak. That's why I'm unable to communicate. I don't have fluency. I don't have grammatical correctness. Or I don't have enough vocabulary to use, that is words. So my pronunciation is Indianized pronunciation. Why to worry about all these things? Sometimes some students, they say, no, some people, they say, sir, my sentence forming is different. So I don't want to do or present all these things. My senior will do or my junior will do. We escape from one spot on communication. My dear friends, participants, do not have this attitude on language. As I told you earlier, only 7% of our communication is through our language. Remaining 93% is through our nonverbal communication. So when we wanted to be very effective, involved in communicating very effectively with full interest, with commitment, wherever you are, okay, in whichever level you are, maybe a CEO or a junior most employee in the company, don't worry. Okay, the idea is to communicate, not to show your English proficiency. But then there are companies expecting that. We can develop all these skills. Definitely we can develop, right? So this is on English communication. When we talk about attitude on English language. See, when I train my students in English language, one-to-one or in many, they come out with all these complaints. Sir, I have this and that. I used to tell them, no, don't have this attitude on this. This is the place where you're learning. So throw away all those things and come forward. And they excel after 6 months, or 1 year. They become better and they feel very confident. They do master ceremonies, welcome address, presentation, and even participate in debates. So it can be, trained. Now, I wanted to just again come to this work spot. what happens around us, not only in work spot, even at home, is only 10%. But the remaining 90%, how we react or respond to what happens, that is our attitude. And that is our positive attitude. If it is positive, then it is very pleasant ending. If it is negative, then again, we are going to smash many things. Now, why I say this 10-90 rule? Because how much do we see of an iceberg? Can you guess? How much do we see of an iceberg? When you see an iceberg on the a river or a sea, ocean, you can see this. But actually, remember, my dear friends, in work spots, we see people like this. Okay, this is a man. Okay, like an iceberg, which is visible to us. But remember, the 90% of the person's quality is under the water. That is within. Remember, this is our soft skill. The external appearance is very limited. The actions that we see in front of us in work spots are very less. But the attitude that we have, that happens around us is only 10%. The way in which we respond to those situations, that is our attitude. 90%. Only 10% is our knowledge, okay, which is visible to others. But how do we take or how do we carry our ideas, carry our own self in front of others in a workplace, that matters a lot. That is the soft skill part. That is the soft skill part. Right? Now, normally when something happens, okay, when something happens, we immediately try to blame, complain, and we feel the bitterness, okay, and we even reject relationships, and we have ego, and we hurt others. We are also hurt. Panic comes, anxiety comes. So negative attitude people or negative responses, negative actions, negative reactions will create all these results. Now, we talk about stress also here. People talk about a lot of stress relieving activities and stress relieving medicines are there. But remember, if we have positive attitude, no need of any medicines or activities to relieve our stress. Wherever we are, in whatever work we are, in whatever status we are in a company, okay, as I told you, right from the CEO to the last employee, we'll be able to handle situations in a better way. So remember, let us ask these little questions. Are some born positive? Or is there a choice I have? As I told you, born leaders or made leaders? Definitely it's our choice. Can you just look at this picture? This person doesn't have any flesh below his hip. His body is kept inside the bucket. He has only two hands. You could see the doctor who is near him, right? Supporting him to encourage him to walk. See the facial expression of this person. Attitude, see? Normally when we get a small hurt, we say, no, I can't do this. I can't do that. I want to run away. I want leave. I want holidays. I want to resign from this job. Dear friends, people, those who are without half body are very positive to live this life to their fullness. See the face, see the courage, see the body posture, confident posture. He doesn't have body, man, right? You don't have anything. You can see that. The choice is ours. This person has chosen to live, to prove, and to be successful. So what is next? Need for change. The need for change is to need to think, to feel, and to behave. How we think, we should change very positively. Feel positively. Behave positively. So immediately we need to have a change. My dear friends, definitely you will have some time, experiences, bitterness, revolving around you. but then it is our choice to be happy. So what we have to do is, when something happens around us, okay, immediately don't react. Stop for a while. Think and then choose and then act. Definitely, we will always have success in our side. So stop, think and act. Don't immediately react. So how to change the thoughts, feelings and behaviors? If we have the choice, how to change our thoughts? There are 7 steps. In a very fast manner, I will tell you, because I thought of having a few question and answer session. Maybe, I don't know. I'll complete it. 7 steps. Number 1, make a decision today to change. If you want soft skills, okay, have positive attitude. Change your decision to be very positive, whatever happens around you. Next one, shift your focus. As I told you, don't focus on the emptiness of the tumbler. Focus on the positive being in whatever you see. Shift your focus. I used to explain a lot with this picture, but I don't have time, so I'm going ahead. Be curious instead of judgmental. Try to find out what is new, what is happening. That will really help us to be very happy, and that will build more relationship with our colleagues in our workplaces, right? Develop an attitude of gratitude. Say always thank you for whatever you are receiving, right? Particularly in work spot. Today, if you are given an appreciation, say thank you. If you are blamed, say thank you. It's very difficult, but it is our choice. It is our choice. If you want to grudge on that what has happened, it is our choice. Next one, decide not to be perfect all the time. Commit mistakes, don't worry. See, I used to tell my students when they wanted to develop communication skill, hey, don't worry, man, commit mistakes, because English is not our mother tongue. Come on, you can commit mistakes. When you commit mistakes in your mother tongue, you have to feel. Don't decide to be perfect all the time. Decide not to be perfect. Next one, believe in yourself. Okay. If not today, tomorrow it will happen. Throw away your ego. Okay. Think greater about your own self. Okay. You can see the picture. A duckling looks at its own image as a grown-up duck. Finally, take action. Don't be actionless, okay, or motionless. Come on, go ahead. So that's do not procrastinate. Don't delay. Okay, slowly you will be able to achieve a lot of things in the due course of time. It will definitely happen. Okay, you cannot just stand in front of the mirror and say, oh, positive attitude, positive attitude. No, it will not come. Just move ahead. Look at the positive side of things, positive side of happenings, and so on. So, a recap on 7 steps. Make a decision today to change, shift your focus, be more curious, right? Develop an attitude of gratitude, decide not to be perfect all the time, believe in yourself, take action now. So these are the 7 steps to be very good, to become a positive attitude person, or a person with the good soft skills, right? The choice is ours. Remember, the choice is ours. With a bad attitude, you can never have a positive day. With a positive attitude, you can never have a bad day. So never give up. Look at the picture. Who will win? I used to ask my students. They'll say crane will win because the frog is already inside its mouth. And some used to say, no, frog will win because it has caught hold of the neck of crane. So he cannot, crane cannot swallow. The choice is ours. Okay, it depends on the choice of these 2 people. Who lives, will die. Okay. So never give up. What is the next step that we have to do? This is actually a Johari window. Joseph and Harry couple, they have formulated this window to develop our attitude, where we can express or experience our soft skills in various places, in various modes, actually. Here it is said, you must know about yourself and others also know about yourself. If you are able to expand this box, then your blind, unknown, hidden area, definitely you'll become a great person. Now, with that, I stop. If you have any questions, maybe a few questions, it is exactly 8. So, if you have any questions, maybe the participants, 1 or 2, I'm ready to answer. No issues.
Well, dear participants, is there any questions? You are free to ask, or if you have any difficulty to ask the questions, you can type your questions in the chat box. Is there any questions?
Since it was very short duration, I had to rush up actually. Okay, anyway, I think
it's a very wonderful session. Is there any questions?
Yes, there is one question from Manish Bharadwaj. So if he can be unmuted, then probably he can ask his questions.
Yeah, sir. I was just seeing the English, like I was like trying to understand the English thing. In that, the problem I feel most of the people face with languages, that they have a certain fear that they would be made fun of if they start talking in a particular language. And the second thing I feel is that this lack of confidence that I can speak, because there are a lot of people who have studied a language, but when it comes to speaking, they are unable to do that. So if, like sir was saying, if we can develop a method where this confidence we can raise, I believe that would be really helpful for any language, not even English. It will help in most of the languages, I believe.
Yes, sir, you are correct. You are correct. Most of us, in the beginning stage, they find it very difficult to speak out. The fear, humiliation. That's what I say. To overcome this, to express your confidence, have certain attitude towards language, because English is not our mother tongue. So we can commit any number of mistakes. If someone says, or someone points out, hey, this is your mistake. Well, our attitude should be, okay, oh, I have committed this mistake. Hereafter, I will not commit. Okay, that should be our attitude. But what is our attitude normally? Oh, I have committed mistake. Did everyone listen to that? Hereafter, I will not come to this particular group to address anymore. We should not resign from that situation. This attitude must be developed. When we are able to develop that one, we can develop any language, as you said. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you, sir. That is, I believe if we can find out a way for that, it was going to be a great help, sir.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Is there any questions? And please, participants, there's a feedback form shared in the chat box. So please feel free to fill the feedback form.
Dr. Jayabal, it was a wonderful presentation. Okay, and since you have shared it from your experience, it's really helpful actually. And one more question from my side. So every time we listen to some lecture as such, we are pumped actually, isn't it? Okay, so we know that we have to have positive attitude. We need to develop all these soft skills and all these things. How do we ensure that we follow this throughout?
It is like you can just experience the joy that you have when you do whatever, in the work spot. And the people that you have around you, will tell you definitely how come you are able to face or think in such a way that you are bringing out solutions for this and you're not disturbed because of this, like that. When they give that feedback, when you have such communications, when you're open to receive, the feedback or comments, you'll be able to understand that, yes, I have it, or we have it. As a team, we have it, like that. Only with the feedback. And even if there isn't any feedback from other people, we know I have approached in a very positive way. I'm not disturbed because of this failure, or I'm not, on the clouds because of this fame. I'm keeping in a well-balanced manner. If we ourselves, think about what we have done for this particular thing that has happened, we'll be able to understand, yes, I am on the right track. When my personal life and work life, is in a very balanced manner, when that doesn't disturb my personal, when work life doesn't disturb my personal life, and when I'm able to manage these two things without any disturbances, sometimes, you say, because of the work spot stress, we come and show at our homes, okay, to the children, to our parents. That shouldn't happen. If you are able to manage, work spot pressure is there. You are able to just keep cool with your family members and kids and parents, then you can ensure that, yes, I have got this soft skill, right? Yeah.
Thank you, Dr. Jayapal.
Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Jayapal. It was a wonderful session, and I'm sure all the participants would have got, if I'm borrowing your own words, they must have received a optimistic outlook towards their career, their life, and so on. Thank you, sir. And thank you once again on behalf of HigherEd for All.
Yeah, thank you.
Friends.
Yeah. Thank you so much for giving me this wonderful opportunity. Yeah. Once again, I would like to thank HigherEd for All, the platform, people working along with Mr. Modi Joseph and other people, Shruti and other people. I don't know the names. So thank you for giving me this wonderful opportunity to meet a few people through this webinar. Thank you so much. May God bless you all.